guys, if you saw my review for It's a Wonderful Life, which premiered on the Pulse recently, you probably heard that my first video was up and I had some stuff to talk about. Just kind of a few things I think you guys should know before I move forward with momentum on this new format. The first is explaining how I thought of this YouTube channel. Because I originally wasn't thinking of one. I was originally just always going to do it on the Pulse. And also this is a good opportunity to further explain something I mentioned in the ad that I released last semester. Specifically the part where I say this. The only thing I will highlight for this year is that reviews for R-rated films will be shown exclusively on the Pulse website. Every other film rated G through PG-13, those reviews will premiere on the actual broadcast. Maybe some of you wondered about that. And that's because in late April, early May of 2021, I think it was after my Mortal Kombat review that year, I got a complaint because I was reviewing an R-rated film. I wasn't the only person that the complaint was aimed at. There was another guy, some of you probably remember him, Dylan Richard, who was doing his esports segment. He was showing footage of the Mortal Kombat game. The complaint was stating that we shouldn't be showing content that's marketed for 17 to 18-year-olds to 13 to 14-year-olds. Which is kind of interesting to think about now, because when I started Films Off the Cuff, I was actually 16. I wasn't in the age range that some of the films that I reviewed are being marketed to. So I don't know, that sticks out in my mind. But anyway, I was told that I couldn't review R-rated films anymore on the Pulse. And I wasn't too happy about that, because even before I started releasing reviews, I felt strongly that I'm not there to do your guys' thinking for you. That hopefully you're capable enough to figure out what you're allowed to watch or not. Just because I say that No Way Home was an amazing film doesn't mean that I'm saying go out and see it no matter what. Like, you know what your family values are. So it just rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, it allowed for the idea of a YouTube channel where I could review stuff that wouldn't be allowed in the Pulse. So that's how that came to be. And then later on, when I started planning what would go on the YouTube channel, I was planning a Halloween special that absolutely failed. Like, I mentioned it in a few Pulse episodes, and it was just one episode. It was that 10 Cloverfield Lane review. And I had like 3 others planned to be released on the Pulse. For sure I'll release 2 of them on this channel. The third one, maybe not. Like I said in last semester's ad, I know some of you are new to CHS, and you haven't seen what I've been doing last year. So I'm going to release those videos on here as well, in the order that they were made. From my first review to, I'll even add in the new ones that I did this year. And I'll actually keep doing that. The reviews that go on the Pulse, they'll air there, but then shortly after I'll release them on the channel, so that you guys can have access to them. Next thing is kind of going off of my It's a Wonderful Life review. That one wasn't following my usual formula strictly. Like, what's good, what's bad about the movie. Like, it wasn't a strict movie review, even though I did call it a movie review. And that's because I just wanted to discuss more about what I got out of the film, stuff that stood out to me. And I could see myself doing that more often in these reviews. Just because it can get kind of boring just thinking, oh, what was good about that film? Or like, what didn't work? Or, you know, not that I don't enjoy saying all that. But sometimes a change does need to come, and I could see some of my reviews just maybe not being full reviews, or just talking about one thing I discover in a movie, like something I see that I think films should do more often. I don't know, we'll see where that goes. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is something you guys probably picked up on, but I'm just gonna make it official now. My last 5 reviews that were shown on the Pulse were all positive grades. And I think I'm just gonna not review any movie that gets a grade below a B minus. B minus being my lowest positive grade. And even though I can sometimes get more formulated thoughts about films that I don't necessarily like, I just don't really see the point to it anymore. I'm just going to be reviewing films that I enjoyed or I found value in. It would have to be an exception for me to review a film that I didn't like. Maybe one of them being like I get together with friends and we just decide to throw garbage at a movie, just tear it apart, and then that could be a video. But just me casually talking about Shark Boy and Lava Girl, like it's not really gonna happen. So yeah, thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing what I'm gonna do with this channel later on. Have a great day.